Good morning, everybody. Welcome, beautiful souls, to my channel. This is Lori-Lynn, Spirit Within Us. And today I'm going to do a meditation reading from the Osho meditation deck. And I will have 3 piles. The first pile to choose from will be from the pink tourmaline. So beautiful. The second is from the crystal wand. This is a raw piece of crystal. And the third is the citrine. And so just take your time and just choose pile 1, 2, and 3. And I'm going to pick the cards as we go along so that all cards are available in all readings. The timestamps will be below. And so you can just skip right forward to the reading that you have chosen. I'd appreciate it if you'd like to subscribe to my channel. Leave me any comments, messages. And also you can look on my Facebook page. I try to do readings on there daily as well. So the first card from the first pile is the card of harmony. And the card of harmony is in the place of what are we suppressing. And this says to me that you're trying really hard to find harmony, to find peace, to find balance, but you're not doing. And so it's to understand that harmony comes from within. And there's a huge connection here with spirit. So you're being asked to look for that harmony, to find the harmony, to always ask yourself when making a choice, is this leading me towards or against harmony? So it's really important to open your eyes up to situations and to find the harmony within those situations. The next 2 cards are both major arcana cards, and they are in the position of the yin and the yang, and so it's what balances one another. And on the first side, it's aloneness. And on the second side, it's conditioning. And so, most importantly, the message that I hear within those 2 cards are that you're really tying yourself or holding on to lessons, to trying to belong, to be the same. And no matter what you're doing, you don't have to be the same as anybody else. It's really time for you, and that's why it's a balancing card, is to find some time alone. On your own, there is a difference between being lonely and being alone. And if you are lonely within a relationship, a space at work, friends, if you're feeling alone, it's perhaps because you're pushing away from who you really are. You're trying too hard to do what everyone else is doing. And so you might need to really go off and find that light within yourself to discover that you are different, and that's okay. That's really okay. So the actual meditation card in this reading is the card of receptivity. And it's really clear to me is that two of these cards, the cards of the harmony, the cards of receptivity, are both blue. And blue has two meanings to them. The first meaning is healing. So heal what is necessary to heal. And the second is speaking, being prepared to speak your truth. Now this card is really asking you to meditate and clear your chakras, all of your chakras. Meditation, a lot of people say it's difficult to do. It does take practice. But once you learn to quiet your mind, to quiet the circumstances, all that's around you, it becomes really easy to do. You can let go. You can always come back to whatever's necessary or pulling at you and in that moment. So as you meditate and clear, is to really find your voice and then spreading that outwards. I think another part of this is about your journey and how unique your journey is. Each of us does have a really unique journey. So it's about you and finding your truth and raising your hands to divinity, to the divine energy that is your source. It's everyone's source. And then allowing all of this beautiful energy to flow outwards. And then all of those things that you're wanting, that you're trying to manifest, become a lot easier. They come along much more quickly when you're attuned to who you really are and what you really want. And so the next three cards, are the cards. The first is the mind, and the card is of the source. And source is where we get our energy from. And so understanding about your energy and allowing that energy to be cleared so that you're not getting your energy from places from prior to, places from before. You are getting your energy directly from source, from the divine energy. And that source is always within yourself. This source, I do believe this card is really action for me. And so making choices and decisions that are pure based on yourself, on what makes you happy. And so this all comes from within. It's almost a sense of breaking down your mind, to really clear your mind out and to allow in new thoughts, new ideas, new strengths, discovering who you are instead of fighting against, because what you are ultimately working towards is harmony. So the second card is in the position of the mind. And the card is of Master. And what most important in this card is to connect to the divine energy, the whole energy. There's also a relationship here between understanding that we are all connected versus understanding that we are all unique. And so if you've heard of or understand the 8th chakra, which is the starseed chakra, which is about 8 inches above your crown chakra. And so you're really being asked to open this chakra up, to spend some time in doing so, to gain clarity and wisdom. Always asking, does this lead me to the harmony? Or how will this lead me to the harmony? Okay, so the next card is the card of your heart. And the card is the miser. And this relates to all of these things, but in true honesty, what you're doing is you're not allowing in. You're holding everything so tight and so close. And here's the thing about love, and here's the thing about energy and beauty and our connection, is that it's ever flowing. But if we're holding on too tight, we never release anything. And so if you're holding on to past friendships, relationships, areas of conditionings, if you're holding other people hostage for your journey, if you're protecting your heart, you can't allow in. And so really for you at this time is to, as you connect to the master, as you define source, as you understand your receptivity of what you're bringing in, let go. Just let go and know, understand fully, completely what's important to you, for you. Okay? And once you get really clear on what's important to you, then all this weight that you're carrying, you can let go of and allow so much more in. And the final card in regards to the soul's journey, and again, it's a blue card, very interesting. And what you're most needing to do at this point is stop trying to control circumstances, control others, controlling. The more we control, the less we have control. Just go with the flow. Just allow. Allow spirit to be your guide. Allow your energy to be pure and to vibrate out, to bring forth what is necessary for you along your journey. I mean, when we just let go, we realize that we just flow around all the difficulties and disturbances, and we just keep going. Because there's so many things that just don't matter. So this is the meditation for group number 1. And I thank you for that and for allowing me. And we'll next go to group number 2. number 2. So again, this is my meditation deck, and it helps us to become aware of what we really need to sit back and think about, what we're avoiding, and what we're carrying around that we need to let go of to create a life at this point, and help to move us forward. So the first card, wow, the first card is the card of suppression, and it's the card of the Thunderbolt. And very honestly, things need to change, and they need to change drastically. And it's very possible that you're terrified of changing. It may be leaving a job, leaving a relationship, letting go of friends, whatever it is. You're terrified of doing it. But the true reality is that it's necessary at this time for your growth. So come face to face with this, understanding and knowing, and then just release. If you need to make a plan, but make a plan and follow through. That's what's most important. Wow. Okay, so the next 2 cards are the yin and the yang. And the first card is clinging to the past. And what balances that is source. So perhaps you're already out of this relationship or experience, but you're still living there. And so you're clinging on to things that just aren't important, yet you bear so much importance to. You're giving away your power to all of these things that really don't matter at all anymore. And this is balanced by our connection and understanding that only love is real. And I know I say that 100 billion times, but it's really true. Once we clear everything, once we balance ourselves, meaning really anchoring our root chakra into being stable and providing our own support, then we start listening to our solar plexus. And our solar plexus can only be honest. And so it really knows what we need to get rid of. So stop clinging to what has been, what didn't work, what caused problems. That was in the past. If you're the same person, then it's a different journey you need to be on. That's a whole other journey. But from then till now, a reawakening, let go of the past to allow yourself to shine. And here's the thing about our solar plexus. Our solar plexus is our first chakra of intuition. And I really believe that we so often mix up what our gut feeling is and our intuition. Gut feelings are quite often filled with fear, blame, shame. They come from a different place than our intuition. Our intuition is a knowing. It just knows. It always knows. It's always there for us. It doesn't have a rhyme or reason. It just knows. So as you release what you no longer need, you'll know it's okay. If you're afraid of letting go of something, then you have to ask yourself, what are you most afraid of? And then let it go. Ooh. And so the card of the actual meditation card is the card of the Master. And so you are honestly being asked to begin a meditation series, connecting with the divine, the highest energy of all that is. Perhaps some of these things that you've held on to, you've been angry at God, you've been angry at the divine, you've been angry at yourself. So it's time to let all of that go, because you're here now, right here in this place, and you're asking for change and you want change. So in order to do that, we need to release, and then we need to sit, pray, meditate, whatever it is you need to do, yoga, to connect and align yourself with the hands of divinity, the hands of the highest energy, and just allow this to flow through you, to cleanse you, to clear you, and to allow you to really shine aligned with this energy, to become solid with that energy of the divine. Okay, so the next three cards are the body, the mind, and the heart. Okay, so the card in position of your body is the card of the miser. And it really makes sense because of all the things you're clinging on to. These are things that have not made you happy. But somehow that happiness or unhappiness or anger, grief, shame, blame, whatever it is, we often go to that place because it feels safe. And so you're hanging on to all these things being weighted down. You may not smile a lot. You might not dance or sing or just allow, because you're holding on to all these things that just are not important. And so at this time, let go one by one, just letting these things go. Because there's so much that's flowing towards you, but you actually just don't have room for it. And so if you don't have room for it, you can't accept it. The position of your mind is a card of possibilities. That is directly aligned with the Master. So as you make these changes, the card of, or the animal that comes up is the hawk. And hawks have this unbelievable ability. First of all, they're strong as heck. They are so strong. So they have the strength. They also have the vision. Hawks fly a lot. I guess that sounds weird, but they do. But he's showing you a way towards the sunset. He's asking you also to ground yourself. Now, when we're grounding ourselves, it's really important as we connect with spirit, and that energy goes all the way through our chakras, right through to our root chakra, right down into the earth. And then if you can visualize an anchor, anchoring you. And when we are anchored, we feel far more secure and safe, because this alignment is with the Master, with the divinity, with the divine energy. And then just allow yourself to see, to open your mind up to all the possibilities that you weren't able to or didn't allow yourself to see prior to. To see the greener pastures. And when you're ready, when you've found what you were looking for, when you've found what you want, you'll land. You'll land safely and secured and aligned. And the card of your heart is the card of awareness. This is such an important card, and it's a major arcana card, and it's a card that asks us, or shows us to begin with, that we're walking around as our shadow self, not in the awareness of who we are. And once we go through this whole process of letting go, of connecting with Source, of being one with the divine energy, seeing the possibilities, letting go, not holding on to things that make no sense, things that keep us locked in blame, shame, all of those things. When we've chosen to make the change, we start to open up slowly. Slowly, we open up into a whole new awareness. This awareness is rare. It's the raw form of who we are. We're able to see the beauty within ourselves. We're also able to bring forth others into our lives because we're not closed off from that. So become really aware of how you are pushing people away, how you've kept people away, and become that person that you know that you are. This journey always leads us to where we know we're supposed to be. That's why it often feels so right, so real. Wow, beautiful card of the soul's journey at this point. And it's the card of patience. This process isn't easy. And it's not a quick fix. It's not a fast find. It's a slow process. And sometimes we step back a little bit. But as we're growing and as we're allowing so much beauty within our body, be patient as your body changes. Your body may go through different experiences, may not always know how to respond or how to act. But as you slowly strip away the peels, say, it's almost like peeling an onion layer. As you start stripping away those layers, you become, first of all, vulnerable. And so that can be a little bit scary. But then you accept yourself. Accept yourself through each step. Be patient. The other word that just said to me was be practical. Take practical steps. Because as I say, it's not a quick fix. It's a journey. And a journey that can take a really long time. It's very interesting. So I'll kind of relate this story is when I started doing meditation, and I kind of laugh about it now because I'd lie on the floor and I'd close my ears and eyes and do all the things they told me to do, and nothing ever happened, and it was just very frustrating. And then I took a course through Colette Baron Reed, And my coach, Jenna, taught me how to meditate. And I joked for the longest time that people would be shocked that somebody like myself that talks a whole lot and has all this energy can calm myself down to meditate. But I was patient with it. And then I began to meditate with others, with a group of people that blew my mind. And then it's just flourished from there. You learn to meditate on the spot. And that means, in some senses, walking back, taking a step back from responding and being patient with yourself. And taking that step back to think and then respond. How would you respond from a place of love? That's what is most important in your journey. So have patience with yourself and allow all the beauty to flow through you and to you. Okay, so that's it for group number 2. Thank you. Okay, so for group number 3, which was the citrine, I have to bring that card out. I don't typically, when cards fall out, I know a lot of people will say that when cards flip out, those are the ones that need to be heard or need to be seen. I don't follow along with that, I guess, rule or whatever it is. And that's kind of what I'm talking about in a lot of cases and a lot of scenarios. You get to decide for yourself. Nobody else gets to decide for you. And so I have a firm belief, and in my experience of many, 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 many years and lifetimes of readings, that if a card is meant to show itself, it will. But I did pull this card over because sometimes I'm drawn to take it on, and I felt it was an important card in this part of the journey for you. So what you are resisting, and the card is the card of the Fool. And the card of the Fool doesn't mean that you're a fool. That's first and foremost. So perhaps that's part of why the card is in the position of what are you resisting? And you're resisting having to learn all over again. But here's the thing. You're not learning. You're remembering what you already know. Often when we have to struggle to learn, it's because we're not meant to learn that part of it. And so you need to take a chance right now. Whatever that chance is, take a chance. Take a chance, see things differently, start fresh. Begin this journey with one step, trusting with a purity of faith. Just take the step. You know you need to take the step, so just do it. Take the step. You don't have to know, and that's probably part of the thing somebody asked me, but tell me this or tell me that. When am I going to meet this person? When am I going to, all these things going to happen? And I'm not going to answer that question because it's not up to me. It's up to you to go through the process, to go through the journey. What you're being asked to do is to take a step, to take a chance, to start fresh, to start new. So that's the card in this suppression. Wow. Okay, so interestingly, the cards of the yin and the yang. This is the first pile that it's about. This is much about relationships, about heartfelt relationships. And so perhaps the reason that you've been afraid to take that step is due to shame or blame, or just some people don't like to argue. That's me. And right now it's time for you to face your truth. And so that's what this is about, is facing your honest truth. In regards to relationships, because these two cards do move 100% are for in regards to relationships. The first card is the card of the Lovers, which is balanced by the card of possibilities. And so being in the yin and the yang is that when we take that first step, take a chance, knowing what we want, knowing who we want. And typically that doesn't mean or have to mean a certain person. What's important is knowing the values, the commitments, what emotions, feelings that you want from a relationship. Get to know that. Build up that energy, that feeling, how you want to feel within a relationship. And from there, that's balanced by possibilities. And so sometimes that's knowing it's not just one person. Sorry, maybe not. Like you have to kiss a lot of frogs before you find the prince. But it's just knowing that Spirit will be with you to guide you. And Spirit is going to challenge you, but also open up opportunities. They want you to be really aware of your heart and what you want, and to not settle. So those are the yin and the yang, and what to balance with. Okay, so another major arcana card. And so this card is in the position of the meditation, the actual meditation. And so when you take the time to meditate, what's really important for you to do at this time is to one by one strip down all the layers of who you thought you were supposed to be, what you took on for others, what you've gone through. Strip down all these layers to become really aware of who you truly are within yourself, what you mean to others. So start becoming more aware. I remember reading a book, and it was called What You Think of Me Is None of My Business. And I probably read that book, gosh, I'd hate to say 30 years ago, but it probably was. And it was such an important book, and I don't remember anything about the book except for the title. That's always stuck with me, because we allow people to define and to write who we are. And so this is asking you to sit in meditation and to define yourself, who you are and what you want. So the next three cards are the body, the mind, and the heart. So this is quite beautiful, actually, even though the thunderbolt often scares people. So your body, you need to connect and you need to clear out your chakras. Super important at this time to understand how to do that. And I'm not going to say it's super simple, but it is super simple. And once you learn to do it, and then there's quick ways to do it. I spend 10 minutes prior to readings or doing these pick-a-piles in connecting with spirit. And so I can do it fairly quickly. When it's an individual reading, I connect through my sacral chakra to the person I'm reading for. And so your body is asking you to clear your chakras. And we can do this through sending white light all the way through us from our crown chakra, allowing it to cleanse and clear to our third eye chakra, allowing it to cleanse and clear to our throat chakra, allowing it to cleanse and clear down into our heart chakra, where it cleanses and clears all that's necessary, and then into our solar plexus chakra, and then down into our sacral chakra, where it passes through to the root chakra. And this divine energy goes all the way down into the earth and stabilizes us. And then we do the same thing with the blue light from above. This light is a healing light, so we allow it to flow first through all of our chakras, major ones and minor ones, flowing out through all sources. And this light can continue to heal you throughout the day, whenever is necessary. And the final light is the light from divine spirit. It's a golden energy. And however you see it, but I always see it as pouring from the hands of God, from the divine energy, from spirit, and allow this to encapsulate you, protecting you as you move along the journey. Your body is protected. And so the card of your mind is the thunderbolt. So this is a challenge for you, huge challenge. And when you're doing this, your meditation, it's understanding, first of all, that everybody does what they do because of what they have learned up until that space and time. It's true for everything. And so your mind has to reroute itself, rid itself, cleanse itself to bring forth change. And the third card, the card of the heart, and it's the card of patience. There is a love that is growing, one that you are worthy and deserving of, but you have to be at that space of knowing that you are worthy and deserving of. And so have patience with yourself. Have patience with others as well. always sending them love and light and blessings, especially through the difficult times, connecting with them. Have patience with yourself. Have patience with your body, with your mind. Love yourself. And the final card, wow, in the position of your soul's journey is the card of existence. So where we had the first card of the Fool, leads directly up to the card of existence. You're meant to find your uniqueness, your star. I say there's a star with your name written on it, and you need to find your star, to find your reason for existence, whatever that reason is. It's not what you've been told. It's not what you've learned. But it will be. It just will be as you open up and just allow. Okay, so that's the final reading. I thank you very much, everybody, for joining me on this part of the journey. This is one of my favorite decks and one of my favorite parts of the reading. That I include in a full reading. And so if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, do so. If you'd like to share, that would be most appreciated. And like this video, leave me comments about what you maybe want in a reading, what you're looking for, and I'll try and see if I can get to that. So I'm going to turn this around a little bit. And say much love, namaste, and have an incredible day. Whoops.